going on, dudes and dudettes? So, yes, Zion Williamson was named the AP and the Naismith Basketball Player of the Year, which are basically the top two basically things that give out for people who are getting that award for Player of the Year. So obviously he was the best one out there. So congrats to him for winning that. Obviously he hasn't made his decision about leaving to the NBA or not, but I'm pretty sure he is, especially with this dumb allegation coming out that his mom had accepted something from Nike, which I don't know. It said she was bribed, but that doesn't technically mean that she took anything or not officially. So, and they already investigated him before the season started because they were trying to get rid of him. But so it's just a big dumb thing. But let's just get on to it. So both RJ Barrett and Zion Williamson were named first team All-America. And it was the first time since two freshmen have ever made first team ever. So that's really cool that they got that honor. Then an ex-Duke player, Shane Battier, longtime great NBA champion, is going to go into the College Basketball Hall of Fame. So congrats to him. And then Trey Jones, the past couple days, has been putting up cryptic, tweets or Instagram posts saying if he is going to come back for year two. And obviously, I'm pretty sure he wants to because he was the one most affected by that outcome of the Elite Eight game against Michigan State. I think it would be great. They could actually go 10, 11 guys deep instead of just playing up to 6 to 7, maybe 8 guys. And Coach K only trusting that, but with the amount of talent coming in next year, and if he comes back and with what they already have, then it should be a recipe for some goodness next year as well. Then they mentioned that Team USA is going to gauge the interest of Zion Williamson if he wants to play this summer for them. Be pretty cool. I think he's automatically going to be on the team no matter what, whenever he wants to be. But I think it would be cool to see him at least again before the NBA season starts up. Hopefully he won't get hurt during that time, but it would be great to see him going up against, people from all over the world and just dunking on everybody that he could. And then Paul Benacardi also put out that tweet saying that Coach K did do a lot this year with the amount of freshmen that he had, amount of inexperience and young people that he had. Meanwhile, I went through going back and thinking about it in my head that, making it to the final 8 teams with the type of players they had, the type of games they had to get there at that time. They did overachieve, even though they were the top rated players, but obviously a few of those guys didn't play as well, and it was only basically having 2 of those guys on your team instead of having the other 2 guys, the other 2 top freshmen in the whole entire USA. But when I looked at the Final 4 teams as well, obviously Michigan State beat them to get there. So they had already faced them. They faced earlier in the season Texas Tech, who is made it into the championship game. They also played against Virginia, who's in the championship game tonight as well, but they beat them twice. And then they also played against Auburn and Maui as well. So it was just obvious that they overachieved. They did play great in the beginning half of the season, but obviously it comes down to the end, and a lot of those guys didn't show up. That's how it goes. So yeah, let's just get on to the next topic.
Solid point. You look at a lot of the games on the road when they had the lead. Here, look at Marquis stepping away, man. Big man at Indianapolis.
Look at the size of Marquis step.
Well, I think
so. It's all changed now for SC. The running backs are going to love it as well as the receivers. Receivers talk about the freedom that it allows them, and the running backs say, "Listen, we're going to be involved just as much. It's going to open things up."
Isaiah Polamau and, of course, Talanoa Hufanga. Everyone in the country would take that. Everyone would take that.
Oh, look at that. And that's a one-hander. He took it out of the air with one hand. Jackson goes to the house. How athletic is that play?
In the West, magic number 4, Golden State is 3. Rondo, 3, up high and off the ball. Caruso parachutes in. You cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain. 13 for Durant, 10 for Cousins. Everybody got out of the feet here as Caruso came off the weak side and puts in the jam. He is 1 of 7.
Oh, that's spectacular.
But for just a moment, he gave everybody a jolt. We'll take a break, then take you to the American Express halftime report. This is the NBA.
Way to admit he's putting him in there because of his play with the...
So really quick USC basketball news. Onyeka Okongwu, who's the next incoming freshman, was named the California Basketball Player of the Year, or as they call it, Mr. California for basketball again. So it's the second straight year, so I'm kind of glad to be coming to at least one of my teams. And then they also had 5 USC football players selected in a latest mock draft. Obviously the same type of people: Cameron Smith, Iman Marshall, Chuma Adoga, Marvell Tell, and Porter Gustin. I think there might be a few surprises that a few guys might jump up in there, but that's just my opinion from USC. Then the Lakers got a surprising victory against their hated rivals, the Clippers. It's kind of weird that they're all of a sudden deciding to win. Obviously, I'll get to their record or what it is in the next clip, but yes, they beat the Clippers without LeBron, without Kuzma, which is crazy. And then also LeBron said that he's going to recruit really hard, try to get people to go there. I don't know why he didn't try this last season. Obviously, maybe there wasn't that many good type of players, but the type of players he supposedly wanted and that him and Magic Johnson agreed to were kind of questionable even back then. And yeah, we'll just get into Magic Johnson and him as well coming up in the next video. Yes, an ex-Laker great, Vlade Divac. I don't really know him playing for the Lakers as much, but I know him more because he got traded to Charlotte for Kobe Bryant in that infamous trade so long ago. So that's why I kind of thank him very much for that. Then also Paul Westphal. They both are going to be accepted into the NBA Hall of Fame, which is pretty cool. Paul Westphal obviously was an ex-USC player. That's why he's being mentioned right now. Then also we had the Lakers beating the Utah Jazz. I believe they had won like either 6 of the last 10 or 7 of the last 10 since they had finally like shut down LeBron at some point. It's pretty crazy because especially now you want to try to lose as many games as you can because then you get a better draft pick in my opinion. And maybe that could be used for a trade. I prefer it wouldn't because then you should be able to get at least one guy, maybe 2, but I'll do a video on that some other time. Obviously I've always done videos of who the Lakers should get. They never do, but obviously I have to do it again at some point, either before draft, after the draft, I don't know, before free agency. That's not until July, so always good to prepare a little bit before that. They're also saying if Magic Johnson's under a lot of pressure, obviously I think he is. You know, it's only been about 2 to 3 years with him at that position, and Rob Pelinka, but I don't think they're a really good match for those type of roles. And especially since if you go back to their college days, they're technically rivals, which I don't know how that really works out. I know it's all professional, but a guy like Pelinka has never done that type of job before. He's only a sports agent, and I think if especially Magic Johnson and both of them strike out on guys this summer, when you have LeBron and you can't get one or 2 of these guys to agree to a contract, then you definitely should be let go before Luke Walton, in my opinion. So in my opinion, this is great news for Chargers fans because Kyle Emanuel was he's more of a special teams type of linebacker in my opinion, but I don't think he could ever really replace or start in a role as a linebacker. So I'm kind of glad he is retiring so they don't have to really deal with the contract to bring him back like they normally like to do with their players. So thank you for your service, but yes, not sad to see you go. And then other Chargers news, they are meeting with the quarterback Daniel Jones from Duke. So that's kind of both Duke and Chargers news interesting right there. He might be available in the first round apparently. They're also doing their homework. I don't know if it'll stay tomorrow on Drew Lock, the other quarterback that I'm really high on from Missouri, which I doubt he's going to be there unless they make a trade to move up, but I doubt it. The Chargers never do crap like that anyways. Then they had a new draft hat that looked pretty cool for their upcoming draft. There was always something new every single year to try to get people to buy. So I just thought that was a cool thing. Not really much of a hat person. I'm trying to deal with the amount of hair I still have. So then also Anaheim Ducks news. They did get 2 wins, one against Calgary and against their rivals, the Kings, to end the season. Obviously, I wish they wouldn't, so they would get a better draft pick. But hey, when it's against the Kings, and you got to take it, it's always good to get that. But they did have an injury to one of the rookies, Troy Terry, with a broken leg. He could be out for 3 months. It's kind of surprising for only being out 3 months with a broken leg, but I mean, these hockey guys are tough as heck. So hopefully he does come back and better than ever for his sophomore campaign. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think, and have a great rest of your day. And yeah, sorry, really quick prediction for tonight's national championship game. Not really that much interested, just to see about the players going into this year's draft coming up. But I will take Texas Tech over Virginia, just because I don't really like them that much, because Duke had to play them. And they're both very heavily defensive type of team, so it could be a boring heck game. But obviously always looking to one shiny moment at the very end of the game where show highlights of the whole tournament. It's always pretty cool to see. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of Duke. I know a fan did a only video of Zion with one shiny moment, which is pretty hilarious. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time.